I'm back. I'm here with my Bach Suite Number 3 Prelude. For day 3 to assess whether or not I accomplished my small goal of deciding on a bowing for the chord section, which starts in measure 45. And spoiler alert, I told you last night when I finished that I had decided on a bowing, so woohoo, I accomplished my goal. But there was a reason for the goal, so I think it's worth looking at the secondary reasons that I picked this particular goal. And one of the biggest reasons was the resistance that I feel with not knowing what I'm doing as I'm starting a piece, so I kept putting off starting this piece. So I picked what I consider the hardest part, decided on a bowing, and now I kind of wanted to see if that has reduced my resistance to starting. And I can report that it has reduced my resistance to starting, because I have already learned things simply by having committed to a bowing. So one of the things I learned when I looked at this section is that the bowing is all the same. The fingering is a little complicated, but the bowing is all the same. It's D string, or it's G string, D string, A string, B string, G. So as I was thinking of, and by the way, the fingering is really gnarly, and that's going to be a whole separate section of small goals, but just looking at the bowing. First, I wanted to pick a tempo where I thought I was going to perform this piece, because I kind of need that for some of the things. So I decided on a tempo of 56. Which seems a little slow, but there's a lot of 16th notes. Da 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 da. I think that'll make a nice performance tempo. It's a little bit under tempo from what many people, but this is my first pass through, so I think that's a good place to go. And so I've started already working on, well, how can I make this bowing smooth, because it's actually a little bit of a complicated bowing. And so I'm figuring out the things that my arm needs to do to make that a nice, smooth, but still exciting bowing. And so I've actually started putting just a few of the chords in just to kind of see how it would sound. So it's obviously not smooth yet. Got a whole lot more work to do, but it started to sound like the music already, and that excites me. And so I would say overall, this was a great goal to choose because it opened the logjam that I had about starting the piece. So, till next month.